Hey everybody, and welcome back to another book review. I am doing a lot of personal growth and development, and as part of that process, specifically with one of the coaching programs that I'm in right now, we are required to read a book, and typically it would be kind of something along the self-help line, but like really something that's going to come along and support the growth and the journey that we are on. So I decided to pick a book, and they gave us, like a huge list of books, and I had already kind of decided that I wanted to read this book before the program. So the book is How Highly Effective People Speak by Peter D. Andrei. And this is actually part of a series that is designed to help people speak more effectively and help people really do better in predominantly the business world, but you really could apply it to any phase of your life, any point of your life. And so I decided to read this book, and it has a lot of really good points. It has a lot of, what I do like is that he has a lot of checklists and a lot of graphs and a lot of points where he can organize things so that it is clearer to the general audience. What I don't like is I feel like some of his points were not as strong as others. I felt that he use some of his points in kind of counterintuitive ways. He talked about the fact that in technicality, all of the ideas that make somebody a good speaker also made world dictators and people that have dominated the world stage like good speech makers. It's how they got their following. It's how they were able to dominate different experiences, it makes sense. That's how stuff works, right? But then he was like, and it's okay if you want to use it in that way. And I'm like, so we're encouraging dictatorship? I don't know. And I'm sure he definitely didn't mean it that way. It was very interesting. Overall, in terms of how highly effective people speak, I don't know if this book really got to how highly effective people speak. Because in technicality, it's really just more about how to make your speech, how to make presentations, how to make your TED Talk, or whatever it is, more palpable to the human psyche and more palpable to the human mind. I think that is very important. I especially get very annoyed when I'm teaching my students speeches and things like that, where they are doing a lot of the actions and activities such as standing there and saying or just not doing anything, the pacing, the rocking back and forth, the reading directly off of the sheet instead of look down at your notes and then look up type thing. He kind of throws a lot of that stuff out that we're taught, which is fine, but bringing it back to the forefront of, if we just become more aware of how we're speaking, how we're presenting things, we will overall just be more successful. So I was already, as my personal self, I was already working towards some of that. I was already making those changes. I was already doing what I can to improve my own personal development in giving speeches or standing up in front of a classroom, whatever I'm doing, right? And I consider myself a fairly good speech giver. I am used to being up in front of a crowd. I'm used to doing things in front of people. And so that piece of it doesn't bother me. So for me, I don't know if it was super helpful. It was just a good reminder of some of the things that I do wrong in practice when I am required to give speeches or professional developments or whatever they are. So I think that was good of just kind of reminding me of things that I need to be aware of. But like overall as a book, it wasn't my favorite. And I think it's partially because I wanted it I wanted it to be shorter. I really wanted it to be shorter. I couldn't get with how long it was. It was, I think it's like 10 chapters, maybe. Maybe 11, chapters. But then on top of that, he's got like all these little, like, in the middle of the book, he's got these like little pages promoting like his other stuff in the middle of the book. And I mean, it's every freaking chapter, which, it's fine if you want to promote your other books and your other series and things that you're like trying to get out there and you want people to buy them. And especially because I think this is the first in the series, and he's had this series for a while, but he's like gone back through and edited it and updated it. So this update, last update was I think 2021 or 2022 maybe, and which is great. Oh, siren. But it was just too cocky, which he talks about not being like completely cocky, another siren. Notice I'm in my car, so lots of sirens. But like it just, like I'm promoting my book, or on occasion there would be a page that has his email, and that would happen like 2 to 3 times in a chapter. Like we get it. You want us to contact you. You want us to reach out and, tell you how we feel about the book, or reach out for coaching. He does like speech coaching and things in that realm, which is fine. Not saying that he can't do that, but that's what a website's for. I just felt like it didn't need to be in the book. So I got very annoyed with that. So yeah, so there you have it. How highly effective people speak, by Peter D. Andrei. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce his last name, which I'm sure he would have something to say about. But like overall, I think I would probably give it like a 3 out of 5, because like I said, there's a lot of really good information in here, and I did quite a bit of highlighting. And I took notes in my notebook as well of just things that, I want to remember. He had some really great points. But like, I don't know. I couldn't get with some of the cockiness of like every 10 pages, another thing about you, with, email and books and all the things. Like, I just wanted to read the book and not have ads. And it was literally like YouTube. You're watching a video and then there's an ad. Like, I was reading a page and then there's an ad. So it just really bothered me. But yeah, like overall, really not a bad book, just not my favorite. I am glad I read it though. So there you have it. As always, please continue to send book suggestions. I'm really looking forward to continuing to read things off of the book list. And I'm very excited about the next book that I simultaneously started reading with this one, because it's more of a fun book. And I've got some others that are series that just released their 3rd or 4th books, and I'm excited for those. So those are going to be coming up. I've got all of those, so I'm really looking forward to reading more and sharing that with you all. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye.